Ah, for piss sakes. Why the hell is this not doing what I want it to? And so that brings me to, I'm going to start putting the caliper on. So I got to take this one off first. Trying to save on that hose because I would like to use that on the 8.9. So I got my stuff out here. Got all my wrenches, line wrenches, whatever you call these things. As you can see, that's kind of a different head than just a regular old open-end wrench, and that's designed for these type of fittings to break them loose. It gives you a little more coverage, maybe is the word, so you don't slip off of these. These are notorious for being hard to get off, so let's get on here and just hope and pray. I remember when I did this here, that setup, the SVO setup, I had to heat this up pretty good, and I'm hoping that I don't got to this time. Let's go. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Okay. All right, well, now that we know that can break loose, okay, I'm going to remove this clip because that's what holds in this one here. This here is a new edge. It's kind of funny. These are Ray Bestis brand, but it is Sunsong. I honestly think that that is the date of manufacture right there. I've had these kicking around for quite a while. So I think these were made in July of 2010. Very easily could be. Now that we know that's broke loose, I'm gonna go get something to pull this clip out. Okay, and hang on to that because you're going to need it. So to do this, you have to have an adapter for the passenger side. I can't remember the figures on it, but pretty sure that I just had the wrapper right here. I'll put a link to this in the description, but this is a 1/4 to 3/16 adapter. Edelman 258430. Once again, I'll throw a link in the description. Anything Amazon that you buy off the links in my descriptions, by the way, helps me out immensely. I appreciate it. What are we doing? Oh yeah, we're gonna look for it. See if I got a cap or something I can stick on that. This here should be pretty close to the same end, same size anyway. Alright, I found this cap. Should be able to put that on here, and this gray one should fit on the other end of this when we pull it apart. So I'm gonna need 2 hands to do this. I'm really trying to find a spot where I can put you guys so you can follow along. Ah, for piss sakes. Okay. Here goes nothing. Sorry if I bump you, run into you, whatever. Where'd that gray one go? Let go. go. The hell's going on here? Okay, well that groove goes right there. I think it started. I'm going to leave that like that until we get this clip back in. Oh, there we go. What if we do that? I think I got us figured out. I'm gonna have to show you in a second what I did, but this ought to do the trick. This will allow that brake line to move that way. There we go. Now we're cooking. Okay. Alright, as you can see, we're dripping pretty good here. Brake cleaner is very corrosive too, so anything you get it on, get it right the hell back off. That's tight. Oh, there we go. Okay, well that's the way she goes right there. Now I got a hell of a mess to clean up. Oh, I love this brake cleaner. This stuff is amazing. This is by far my favorite brand of brake cleaner I've ever used. It's made by Denco. The only place I've ever found it is on Amazon. If you're interested, link in the description on that too. Alright, so you guys can see this okay. I'm just eyeing this up. This is the clip that I undid to allow this line to move that way so we could get the new edge brake line set up over here. The reason why it needs to move is we had to put that adapter in there. But I'm looking at this and I'm thinking that if I remove this, I can maybe slide it over to here and come at this from this direction, maybe bend the brake line a smidge. Yeah, maybe. Let's get my ratchet in there and see what happens. Feels like it'll go in. That brake fluid got everywhere. that's going to hold. That's going to serve the exact same purpose, just different location. Hopefully that made enough sense to you. You can tell that it used to live right here. We just rotated it up here. And this here, on this side, I should have maybe painted that.
3 days later.
It's been roughly a week since I really got out here to work on this thing much. The reason for that is I can't get this thing to seal up on me. So I think that I've tried a different bolt here, different banjo bolt, and I think that there's just a hair. I can't wiggle it, but I think there's just enough room in there that it's allowing it to leak a little bit. All right, there's dry cardboard and 2 washers there, one down yonder. It just doesn't seem like that should be a problem, how it has been. Well, it's been, well, I did it yesterday, I think. And, well, she's already leaking worse than it has the whole time. So what I did was I went 1 washer here and then 2 down there, and maybe that was the wrong idea. And if this doesn't work, I've ordered what is called a Dowty washer, and basically that's metal around the outside and it's got rubber on the inside, and that is pretty much a guaranteed fix if this doesn't work. Either way, it's a nice thing to have on hand. So and I got it for Prime Day, so that's good. Anyway, I'm gonna flip these around real quick and we'll try it again tonight, see if it leaks in the morning. This is I didn't think I'd run into this, I'll be honest with you. I've never had this happen before, but I'm not too sure. Something doesn't seem to match just so. It'll take a lot more than this to sink my battleship. Okay, I got it all cleaned up, and hopefully that seals up. It fits nestled right down in there pretty well. We'll bolt this thing back up and just see how it goes. Okay, I went ahead and I changed the oil in this. I came back, the other side is still dry. I'm now on the driver's side, and I just did the same thing over here. Put some cardboard down to see if it leaks. It'll leak somewhere over there, not here. Can any of you guys tell me what this is? Just curious if any of you guys might know what that is. Put down your guess down in the comments as to what you think that is. Well, the saga continues. I am now on the passenger side. It's been a few days since I filmed the other side. That washer that I put on did not work. It is still leaking over there. And then I kept thinking, I wonder if the other side's leaking. So I came over here and yeah, it is. I wound up ordering some new hoses from LMR. They are braided hoses, and I don't know. Something's going on here. I don't know if there's a defect in the manufacturing or what the heck's going on here, but whatever this is driving me insane. Let's it's coming from down in there. It's coming from down underneath. One thing I have not done is held that washer up to the caliper and just see if there's an issue. All right, I got that hose off and it's wedged up there so it can't fall back down. It does indeed look like it's a little bit off kilter. I'm thinking that maybe that coating is making this thing sit goofy. I did get some Dowty washers for it to just see what happens. Got this set right here. This is not suitable for children under 5 years. So if you're gonna buy this and you got kids under 5, you're gonna have to keep these up on the shelf. All right, these ones here are supposed to be M10s. Let's see what this does for us. Yeah, it looks like it might work. It's over the top of that pretty well. And I think that it should be just small enough. I actually have some copper ones that are smaller too over there. Maybe I'll try that first. I don't know, maybe that's the golden ticket right there. I'm gonna roll with that and just see what happens. We'll get some brake cleaner and clean this up a little bit and try it out again. I'm gonna start on this side. There's no sense doing the other side if this doesn't seal up. So the braided lines are supposed to be here. Today's Tuesday. They're supposed to be here on Thursday. So if this doesn't work, then we'll just see what happens with those. It's been a couple days since I messed around with this thing at all with the brakes. Came out this morning, nothing had hit the ground. However, I did find it is wet back there again. The other side is perfectly dry. We're on the passenger side again right now. So I had ordered this set right here from LMR. It looks to me like it came with better washers, which are also thicker. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're just gonna swap these out. I just cracked this open. So we're just gonna wind up swapping this all the way out. You can tell it's leaking because I cracked it open. But I'm gonna run through this real quick and hope we don't make too big of a mess. I really hate brake fluid. By the power of the videos, I don't know, it took me like 5 minutes to get this swapped out. Really the biggest thing was both of these just came in the same box, you know, not marked up, saying which sides were. Really like the washers that this set came with, as opposed to, and this is actually what I was trying to order, and I got some pretty close, but they're too thin. But I think that was my issue mostly. That's gonna do her on this one. It's been like 2 weeks, maybe 3, since we did the steel braided lines on Francus here, and it's still dry as a bone. I think the ticket was not necessarily the braided lines, but that thicker copper washer. Kudos to J&M for putting that in there instead of this paper thin crap that came in the other ones. Part of the problem was also the coating on the calipers. Anyway, any questions, comments, throw them down below. Thank you again for watching another episode of the 89 Garage. Peace. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and turn the fan back on. Yeah, that's more gooder.